Hey y'all, how you perking? I hope you're perking good. So, 2021 predictions for the whole damn year. The whole year. We're going to get into this because this is heavily requested by all y'all after the shit show that was 2020 and the 2020 junior type of vibe that we've got going on already here in 2021. So anyway, I am a licensed mental health clinician as well as a spiritual intuitive, and in these videos we take a look at the tea with the tarot. These videos are always meant to be helpful, not hateful. So if you're down with that, join the family. We'd love to have you. Subscribe if you have not yet already subscribed, and make sure you're still subscribed if you thought you were, because it kicks people off all the time. And this is what the notification bell should look like if you think that you're going to get notified by videos, but check my channel anyway because sometimes they take it away. This is the join button to join the Perk Squad, and the Perk Squad comes with lots of extra perks, 5 extra perks to be exact. If you want to join the Perk Squad, then that join button or the link in the description box below will take you there. So anyway, 2021 predictions video. I have my sticky notes. Y'all know how I am about my sticky notes. Thank you to you know who you are to get me these sticky notes. Somebody sent me these just in the nick of time as I was running out, and I very, very much appreciate finding them in my P.O. box. You are the real MVP. So in 2021, I've broken this down to a lot of different categories that people said that they were interested in. Of course, I've already done a 2021 I've done a future of politics video, which I know a lot of people have been interested in. We've been following politics a lot on this channel. A lot of crap has been coming true over the last 6 months or so. It's nuts. It's nuts. We've got a lot come true. So if you missed those videos, go check them out. They're on the channel. But that's why I did not include politics on this one, on the 2021 predictions video, because we already got a lot in there. A lot. I put your other categories, the ones that y'all have requested. Y'all said, what about societal changes? What about finance/business? What about health or the medical field or all this stuff with COVID? What about global things global themes, things that would be happening that might impact places around the globe? What about emotional lessons and opportunities, things that could come our way in this year? So there's just a lot that y'all have requested we take a look into, and we'll see how much we can get through here today. We'll see. No promises, but we'll see. And the first way we can see is to move this microphone right here. Yes, let's move this motherfucker. All right, put it here. Okay, so let me get us shuffled up here, and let's look into some 2021 predictions. And in case it ends up mattering, because sometimes it does, it is Monday, January 18th at 1:23 p.m. Well, fuck me raw. 1:23 p.m. Y'all hopefully can see that. Yeah, so there you go. Sometimes it matters. Like I did a reading on January 12th about the inauguration, and I'd be damned if later that day on January 12th things didn't already start coming true. I'm telling you, y'all, it was crazy. Anywho, 2021 predictions. Which reminds me, this is all alleged. It's just my interpretation. All alleged. I don't know why I say the things I say or how they come out. So let's start with societal changes. What are some societal changes that we're going to see in 2021? Some societal changes that we might see in 2021. Hell. That's a way to start. That is a way to start. Alrighty. Okay. Let me get a little extra context on this because, like I said, it's a way to start. I'm just interested societally. Okay. 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 Let's just dig in here. The Magician card is a card about communications in a lot of ways. Communications. So that can mean as simple as people on their phones or by email, but it can mean bigger things like how do we communicate with the internet? We communicate through social media. We communicate by watching media outlets on TV. Like all of that kind of stuff falls into this. And with this being turned upside down here in reverse, you get that things getting turned upside down. So in 2021, some things related to media, communications, stuff like that might get turned, shifted, twisted, altered, things of that nature. And with the Eight of Cups in reverse on it, whatever's going to happen, it will never be the same again. So there will be changes that are permanent. Changes to how we do things with communications that will be permanent. Very interesting there. These may not go over well with some people. And it may take a little while for it to completely map out. So whatever starts this year, it seems like it's going to be starting this year, but it ain't going to be finished this year. It looks like this is going to be a progression of, iterations. We're going to change this and wait, see how people handle it and what happens. Then we're going to change this and we're going to change this and we're going to change this. It's just like, an episodic overhaul of sorts. That's interesting. That's interesting here. Okay. Some people who feel kind of insecure about things, like they think that whatever they're using for their communications that they feel like are unstable or unpredictable or apt to change. These people are gonna get together and possibly start creating their own things. So you might start seeing something in the works about people starting to create new things. That could be new social media outlets. That could be new, I don't know, like websites of sorts where people start using, in terms of communications or collaborating with one another or stuff like that. It just seems like these kind of grassroots type efforts, things that start small and then build on themselves and become something, which could be a slow process, but it looks like it could happen. And people are doing this because they feel like what's already out there isn't cutting it anymore. It looks like people feel like their hands are tied. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. That could be related to, because this sometimes comes up with media stuff, things like censorship. Could be related to things like that. Where they feel like there's no workarounds for what currently exists. Ooh. Now it took it political. Why y'all gotta do that? Why y'all gotta do that? Why y'all gotta take it political? Okay, this is a card that comes up a lot of times in these recent political readings. I'm just throwing it out there because it's what I see here. Don't shoot the messenger, okay? This is our card that comes up for Biden and his overall administration, his team of people, his, I don't know what you call them, his colleagues, hell. It seems like they may have some sort of hand in some of these shifts. That could be a positive thing. It's very possible it could be positive. I know that there's a lot of people who are concerned about that in negative ways, but it may not necessarily be negative ways. But whatever it is, things are going to start like they are starting. It won't be ending anytime soon, and it may be something that either affects the world or the world will be watching some type of way. The Fool card in reverse, though, this isn't so great with the energy here. With these two, we're talking about making shifts in ways that could be a little bit on the reckless side and be not really what people would want. So there's there might be some tightening up here in ways that would be a double-edged sword, because people would be like, yeah, tighten it up so some foul BS can't be on the internet. So good, we tighten it up. But then that means some good things can't exist either. And it starts to get, it could be a weird trickle-down effect in a way that might not be good. These last two cards made me feel a little bit weird about that. But on the positive, all these things before kind of saying that something would come out of something that people want changed. So people being unhappy with the current way certain things would start to develop, and they would decide to make changes as a result. So cool. All right, camera, can you tell that I am here? Hello. What happened to you? Where did you go? Okay. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and move on to some of these things here, because we're just looking at societal changes, y'all, and we're already 11 minutes into this motherfucker. So here we see this Queen of Wands in reverse, Seven of Wands upright. It looks like societally, I hate to say it, people who are worried about things not going in the direction that they want it to go, or that they feel like it should go, those people are going to be more and more willing to fight for it. I mean, look at this guy. Just look at him. He's like, I'm going to defend this. I got this. Fight. He's almost like trying to dab. This is right or wait. I didn't illustrate these. But, like, that gives weird vibes, because we've already had a bit of a tumultuous year in terms of people wanting to defend things or fight about things, and it seems like that kind of an energy can continue this year, because they don't feel like they're getting what they want, and don't feel like they're getting what emotionally, like, it's kind of like emotionally, I'm not getting what I want, we deserve better or something, is that kind of a vibe right there. And we get the Devil card on it. That ain't good, especially in the upright position. Where's that Devil card going? Devil card, and we have now the Page of Swords. Oh dear. Page of Swords, Ace of Cups. Okay. And the Lover's card in reverse. Okay, I'm not too keen on this right here either. So, again, without trying to get this too political, it's just hard to tease apart societal changes that are happening right now in the world and it not somehow intersect with politics. Things are just so interrelated right now. And with this, it's saying these people that feel like they've had enough, they want to defend things, they're not happy with the way things are going. The Devil card upright is saying they're willing to go to some extremes. And for a lot of people, what happened early January on the 6th was an example of going to extremes. Some people say it's justifiable. A lot of people say not in hell. Hell, where you're from, you're home. Okay. People are going to be willing to go, quote unquote, too far this year. There are going to be people willing to go too far. They're going to do it in the name of clarity. The Page of Swords is saying, like, we're going to take this charge in the name of clarity. We feel like emotionally this will restore something back to us that was taken away from us this way. So they feel like this is going to restore some things. But we get the Lover's card in reverse. And the Nine of Swords upright. So what this is kind of saying is, I'm not so sure these people are going to be pleased by the things that take place. it looks as if they would be hoping for their actions to take some certain type of form, but it won't necessarily be what they want ideally out of it, because when we get this Nine of Swords up right on top of it, these are people who are kind of freaking out about it, losing sleep at night about it, things just not going their way. Yeah, see, the Sun card in reverse. If it was upright, it'd be the most positive card in the deck, but here we have it in the reverse. Things not... So, I don't know, like... Okay, this is what bothers me about this. I mean, there's probably a lot of things that make me feel a little bit uncomfortable about this. It's disconcerting. But what's bothersome is if you have a group of angry people that feel like things are not going the way that they are honestly supposed to go, and they are willing to go to some dangerous lengths to get things to shift. If what they're trying is not working out as well as they hoped, which is what these cards are saying is going to happen, that things are not necessarily going to work out at quite as well as they hoped, then that's just fueling the fire. That's just making people more and more pissed off. Like, that's a recipe for building tension, and poking the bear and continuing to make people even more mad. So that's worrisome, because that means the dissatisfaction could grow rather than get better. Can y'all tell how shiny this jacket is? Shit's shiny. Woo. Squirrel. Anywho. Yeah, see? Knight of Swords in reverse. The hamster wheel. Spinning. Ah, fuck. What do we do? You know, like, just... And when you have people in that kind of state of mind, the last thing you want is their wheels to spin more, because that creates more of a chaotic energy there, a chaotic mental energy. About to lay down a sign from spirit. Boom. I've fallen and I can't get up. You know those commercials, like, I've fallen and I can't get up. I'm so glad my son purchased me this bracelet. I can push the button and the police will come and firefighters will pick me up off my ass. Like, that kind of a thing. That's what I'm seeing here in this card, and not in a good way. So everybody that was hoping that things would start to feel more united, that things would, that people would be tired of being at both ends of the spectrum and be like, ah, that they would eventually kind of come more together. It doesn't look like that's going to be happening soon. I'm still seeing a lot of that duality, that a lot of that, you know, stretching the rubber band that we keep talking about in some of these videos. So I do see a lot of that happening societally. I can't believe I wrote down several different things that I thought I was going to get through. Here we are on 18. I'll get through one more and then make some other videos. Hell. So... Nine of Pentacles here. Let's move on down here, and Two of Cups, Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Let's see for societal changes. Let's get some context up on this. Okay, so societally, as it relates to, and this kind of does cover one of the things, finance, business, this is kind of eking into that category. As it relates to finance and business, there could be some trouble in paradise this year. And I was wondering about that, because in my private sessions that I've been doing with y'all, like if you want a private reading, link in the description box below. You can do it all yourself, set it up, go. Cheers. But in a lot of those with y'all, I've been seeing a lot of things lately come up about finances or saving or money or business. And I'm like, why is that coming up over and over across a lot of people's readings? I'm like, it must be a theme for the year of 2021 that's going to affect a lot of us. And so here we go. As it relates to our finances and our business, there's a potential for some ugliness this year. There's a potential for some things to end this year, or stopping this one way and having to shift it into something else or start over into something else. Yeah, see, new, starting into new. This is hopeful though. This is hopeful. So it's like shit could get nasty with business and finance this year. Just saying, 2021, it could get bad. It could get bad at some point, but new beginnings here. New potentials here. New opportunities here. Coming right after that. Right after that. Okay. So for the people, okay. In other words, in regards to finances this year, if you have to make decisions and you can err on the side of carpe diem, just live for the moment, okay? Because who knows what's going to happen. Or you can err on the side of maybe I should, hold my purse strings a little bit tight, be a little bit conservative with my, outgoing funds here. I would say erring on the side of being conservative with your funds, being more careful with your funds, in other words, avoiding mass overspending on things that are non-essential or whatever. That type of vibe is what I'm getting from this, that folks that are kind of able to keep it in a little bit might be happier about that. And I will preface this to say, to whatever extent that we're able, because a lot of us live paycheck to paycheck, and there's just basically not a whole lot of budget decisions that we can make that hasn't already been made for us. Just throwing that out there. Student loans. Looking at you, shit willies. All right, so yeah, see, Queen of Pentacles in reverse, talking about financially, there are going to be a lot of people that struggle to make ends meet this year. So I know that people had a hard time last year financially. A lot of folks did. It seems like for a lot of folks, there will be continued struggle this year with that. So I know in our January predictions reading for 2021, it said that there could be a big help. There could be something influencing good in that respect. And it seemed like that ended up talking about the stimulus checks, because it seems like people got stimulus money, and that helped families. So glad families were assisted, but it seems like there's potentials for people to struggle more financially with this. Yeah, and having to be really, again, we're getting these swords, mental energy, having to be real mentally clear about what I will and won't spend on, how I'm going to use my money. Let me actually sit down and make a budget. If you haven't done that, I recommend it. There's some tools online that are pretty cool that can help you budget your stuff. People find stuff like that pretty easy from just a little browser search there. So, yeah, just looking like, be on the cautious side this year financially is what it's looking like. Again, this is all alleged. This is all my interpretation, but it's looking like, it could pay off to be a little bit on the conservative side. Stuff might get financially slow for a lot of people this year. Just throwing that out there. So, okay, we've kind of covered finance, kind of covered society. The only other things here that I see that I think are worth mentioning with all of this, again, this card comes up sometimes in these types of readings where we're talking about Trump, and Biden came up earlier. He's on this Ace of Pentacles in reverse, which is not the easiest standing for him, but he's still in the upright position. So it's so strange. It's like every time we keep getting that in these readings, there's something going on to say there's setbacks for him. He's not in the strongest position. There's shit that ain't going well for him, and yet he's still in the upright. He's still perking. And perking along and perking good. Like, why? What? What's up? Okay, but we got ourselves a reverse tower on this. So something going on the inside that he isn't willing to share on the outside to people. Oh, hell. About the transition, one, but about his health, two. Remember, I did a reading on Trump's health back when he got COVID. And it said that there were concerns about his health moving forward. this card is kind of echoing that he may not accept that, or he may not show that to the public, but that his health could really take a hit this year. Just putting that in here. Yeah. Okay. So we're here. We got a lot going on. So we looked at societal changes. We've looked a little bit at finance and business. We've got several other kinds of things that we want on here. Oh, how about a little Perk Squad shout out as we pull these up to reassess and see what we're going to do next. Perk Squad shout out to Parish Chic. Parish Chic. Shout out to you, Parish Chic. Woo! So, thank you for being a part of the Perk Squad and for being a viewer of these videos. Appreciate you. Definitely appreciate you. Thank you. Shout out to you. So, all right. Speaking of the Perk Squad, actually, we might have to do an extended on this so that we can fit in all the categories. So, we have left on my handy dandy sticky note: health in the medical field, global themes, emotional lessons and opportunities. And people also have like, well, what do the guides have to say? Just asking the guides, just channeling the spirit guides and seeing what you have to say. So all those things are, something we could look into here. Let's go ahead and look at global themes, because all the time on this channel, I've got my international folks here that I do not want to ignore, that have said, I know a lot of stuff is going on in the U.S. right now, so I know why your cards are wanting to speak to that, especially because you live in the U.S., but what about some things for other countries? So, international, and like just global, things that aren't just the U.S., things that are going to affect more than just the U.S., other countries than just the U.S. Those are things that we're going to look into here for 2021 predictions. Things that are going to affect more than just the U.S. here, okay? You flipped out. Well, hell, y'all flying. They want to, okay. Hello to you. Oh, shit. Okay. That's one way to do it. Alrighty. Hell, y'all, without even having to ask for any extra context right off the bat, some of the themes that we will see, and again, I can't say that this will happen absolutely everywhere, but it will happen in pockets of places across the globe more than just the U.S. All alleged, just my interpretation, is that, there will be some issues related to career and finance and work. There's some things that need to change related to career and finance and work, and those things are going to start to get highlighted, where more and more people might start making a fuss about it. More and more people might be bringing it to lawmakers' attention that, hey, this is messed up. What the hell are we supposed to do about this financially or via employment or, etc. Those are things that are apparently going to be coming up pretty hardcore for us to get this card. People losing jobs, people losing work, people having to get sneaky and creative and kind of shifty about how they're going to make ends meet in some types of ways. The good thing is, for some people, that's going to create like this whole new opening of a door that they would have never thought possible, where they got pushed their back to the wall, and instead of it fucking them up, they found a workaround, and they're like, wow, had I never been in a situation like that was that difficult, I'd have never ended up here. And that for some people, that kind of a creative workaround is going to be born out of these difficulties. So just know that that opportunity exists for you. If you're having some of these struggles, that's something that could be possible for you here. So this, I'd say, is kind of, can be a good thing and can be a not so good thing, depending on how you're looking at it and, who you happen to be and where in your life you are. But that's what I'm seeing. I'm just going with that. So over here, in terms of what we can see around the globe, there's going to be people watching and finding out things that they were not meant to find out. There are going to be people discovering things, making these discoveries left, right, and center that people wished would have stayed hidden, and it's gonna start becoming clear in pockets all over the world. Lots of these little discoveries is gonna be an oh shit moment, is what it's gonna be for the people who didn't want that to be found out. See, people will start to be falling out of these shackles and feel liberated, feel freed, like, now that I know these things, this is how I'm going to move forward. This is what I'm going to do with that. This is an empowering thing. It may piss people off to find out some things that they were, that make other people look bad. Maybe things that were going on that were not to their advantage. But it gives them the freedom of now being able to have a position here and go somewhere with this. So that's interesting. Yeah, there's more and more people that are going to start to be able to pull things to their fingertips this year and be like, you know what, I'm going to make something of this. I'm going to take this somewhere. I'm going to do something. There might be more and more people that start to get these entrepreneurial type of flares, type of vibes, trying to move forward in that kind of a way. More people might start to be self-starters. More people might start to, like how when COVID hit, a lot of people transitioned to working from home, and there may be more people that are able to kind of adapt new lifestyles based on that. Again, taking things that were shit and turning them around in your favor. So there are potentials here for turning crap into a milkshake or whatever. Hell, I don't even, there we go. Not without struggle though. But we knew that, did we not, this year? Did we not? There's a lot of options, at least. A lot of options. They may not all be good. Here's a dud. This one's got a snake in it. Slither. But there's some options here. Also, in terms of the rest of the world, there could be a potential here for a little more balance in a good way, for people to kind of find their paths, their missions, their purpose in a good way. People are going to start all over the globe, are going to start to think big. They're going to start having these bigger ideas than they had ever allowed themselves to kind of think of before. And a lot of innovations are going to be born of that, especially as it relates to global enterprise, international relations, travel, planning, logistics, commerce, things like that. From these cards, those are the kinds of things that could have some innovative changes. With change always comes discomfort. There may be some things that don't go so great as it relates to that, but the opportunities are there. The building blocks are coming for 2021, so not bad on that front. Moon card, y'all. Big things coming out, truths being revealed, exposés on people and things, that kind of shit all over the world. Pockets of the world, pockets of the globe, people experiencing this and this stuff coming out. Let's see what we got here. Yeah. So with this queen, divine feminine energy, this kind of sense of trying to restore a balance, bring things back to some sort of a balance. There are going to be people who have done things that they shouldn't have done, things that people would be judging them for if they knew they had done, and they are going to be brought to a place of judgment over those things. That doesn't mean everybody that you think needs to be held accountable will get held accountable in 2021. It just means that a shit ton of people across the globe will get their feet put to the fire to be held accountable for whatever it was they were hiding before, secret agendas and things like that. Things about people making deals that they shouldn't have made, or that were hidden. This is like sneaky exchanging money, like, oh, I'm gonna pass this entity money so that they can do my bidding on that, like all that kind of sneaking and planning and all that plotting and shit like that kind of stuff is gonna be exposed, and a lot of that's gonna end this year, or at least start to end, the beginning of the end kind of a thing for a lot of that this year. And again, they're just wanting to describe that this is completely like not just the U.S. This is definitely international. These are things that could have affected travel and trade. These are things that could affect families that are gonna come out. This can affect employment that's gonna come out. And yeah, this is weird. We get a King of Cups in reverse and a Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Who are y'all? And Tower. Oh, hell. It's bringing it political again. We have this man and this woman. I'm not going to pretend to know exactly who this man and this woman are referring to, although there are probably several possibilities that could apply. Especially since this card oftentimes in these readings stands for Biden, but it does not have to stand for Biden. It can, but it doesn't have to. But we have this guy and this girl, this man and this woman, on this pile about exposures specifically. And here's this tower falling. A huge expose on whoever this man and this woman are. They could be anybody, but they are powerful people. So it's not going to be like your neighbor John got exposed for being a creep and using binoculars to try to look at you get naked in front of your shower. Like, not that. Deborah, it's something different. Here it looks like it's someone big, people who are pretty known in whatever pocket of society that they exist in, going through a major expose, both of them in 2021 sometime. Something that shows that there were power grabs, something that shows that there was an imbalance of power, an imbalance of money, some kind of things that could be either unfair or even illegal going down right there, that would impact the globe, because otherwise it wouldn't come up in this international reading. Laying down this message, what we got, some kind of for some kinds of hidden agendas or projects or something that were kept under wraps that shouldn't have been happening. And yeah, see, again, it's affecting the whole world. It's something that is related to the world. It's something that ties across the globe. This is see, this circle unites us all in the world. This is the world card. It unites us all. It's some kind of a circle, a ring or something for the whole world. Something that's got to start new. There's apparently a lot of other people involved. We have this other woman that's majorly involved. Whether or not she'll get held accountable, she wasn't one of the other two that are getting held accountable, but apparently she was in on this, whatever this is with the Hermit card in reverse, where it's like things coming to light that were held in the dark. People are gonna get embarrassed. This is going to make people lose respect for them. They may lose their status in some sort of a way. And this has something to do with money and people's hands being tied. Interesting. I smell a scandal that affects the world. It's something that internationally would be of interest. Don't know, international folks. We've been going for 40 damn minutes. So let me move on over here. The other things that are going to affect internationally, we have stuff here about control, stuff here about power. So here again, we talked about this in the January 2021 predictions. For January, we said that there were going to be some major power grabs, and we're seeing these power grabs across the world. These are, when we're talking about these power grabs, we're talking about pretty well off people that have a lot of wealth or status or substance. But when we're talking about these power grabs, we're talking about people that might be, again, thinking about grassroots, vigilantes, like small scale militia, things of that nature. Small time stuff. Yeah. Rest. Unrest. So unrest is not just a U.S. thing right now. This unrest is a worldwide thing right here. And whoever these power grab people are over here are about to have a rude awakening, because they're not going to be able to... Okay. Things that people might try in years previous to this may have been able to be brushed under the rug a little bit easier than some of the things that might be tried this year. Kind of this instant karma type of vibe for some people. And these are themes that I'm seeing internationally. So this is kind of a big deal here. Oof. Lord help. Okay. Let me just get a couple of more on this. You know, we got the power grab card, and we've got a card that sometimes stands for Trump in reverse, either him being disadvantaged in whatever this power grab is going down, or him being the problem in whatever the power grab is going down. I'm sure people will have varying opinions. If you're going to not keep your opinions to yourself and you're going to share them around, please do so respectfully and responsibly. There are people who review the comments on videos that could be really, really, really fiery, and people who are downright purposefully mean and don't have anything really good to share aside from meanness. People that can't word their things constructively and respectfully, that your comments are probably going to get deleted. Just gotta say that. So please be kind. Most people are. 99% of the time we don't have a problem on here, which I'm thankful for. Thank you much. However, with this, we have like Trump, and we have over here in this pile like things that are spinning, the wheels that are spinning, the wheels of fate, things that look like they're, bound to happen and there's no changing them. These things coming up are a little bit worrisome, because in these readings, like what we've already done here today and in some of the past ones, when we keep getting that death card, yes, that does mean change and transition and transformation. And that's a beautiful thing in some ways, a scary thing in other ways. But that card does keep kind of finding its way in these things, and I would not be surprised if there were attempts to do to Trump or Biden what was done to Kennedy, the Kennedys. So I hope that both of those individuals are safe. I hope that both Trump and Biden are safe. I would not want those types of attempts to happen to either of them. But that kind of vibe has been popping up some in this, and that would probably have some impacts on the world. People would be watching that. So, okay, let me pull these up. The things that we still have left to look at here. Emotional lessons, things that might happen and have opportunities on an emotional level. Asking the guides, the spirit guides, what else do we need to know? What else do we need to see here about 2021? And possibly digging a little bit more into health and medical. That was a shit shuffle. Hashtag shit shuffle. Okay. things like that. We might take a little bit of a deeper look into that. I'll do an extended here for the Perk Squad. So again, if you want to be a part of the Perk Squad, either the join button below or the link in the description, and you can join the Perk Squad for any of the extended videos. There's a lot of other things too. I'm gonna make a video here, so stay tuned for it, of all the different kinds of videos that have already been in the Perk Squad that you would have access to if you wanted to be a Perk Squad member, that we've already done, because I don't think I've ever actually told the rest of the Percolator family what all we've done. But anyway, we're going to do an extended over there, kind of catch some of these last predictions for 2021, because we've been going for 45 minutes over here. So let's transition over there. Perk Squad, I will meet you over there momentarily, just a little bit. And the rest of the Percolator family, don't be a stranger. Come back and see me, and I will talk at you later. And anybody that wants a private reading, description box below. Want my P.O. box? Description box below. Merch? Description box below. Everything is in the description box below. Okay. Love you, mean it, y'all. Love you, mean it.